In English Teacher Resource, you can find many activities to work with your students around any topic and allow to develop and reinforce your English skills. You can find writing strategies and ideas, for example, approach paper, essays, magazine summaries, narrative essays, definition essays, film analysis, and also you find activity reading, literature strategies and ideas, literature circles, reading an image, literature approaches, your poem, character notebook. There are many varied activities: poetry strategies and ideas, poetry circles, and also classroom management, classroom policies, makeup work, Socrates seminaries, web quizzes, rubrics, research paper, and you can use this material according to the grade and level of your students. Speech, teacher material resource. This page is very interesting because give you in the shares of the other websites to improve skills and complement these activities. Now let's start off. For example, assignments. Students may use them to study and teachers may use them in their classes. As we can see, you can choose anything or any topic, an activity. An activity that I really liked was road signs mini poster. Reading that the students make and they must make inference from it. One moment. The students must make inference from it. It's sometimes fun because it does not deal with traffic signals, but the student must infer which of the characters will attach a signal, and after that they should make a poster using colors. It's something very creative that lets students to learn and use resources. It's a fun story. The students must use these signals and assign them to a character of the story according to their personality. Word of dog, vocab, playing. And also there are full stories. It's very interesting because the students can do their reading and at the end of it can interact with other students or people who visit the page and ask questions and thus enrich their knowledge. In this part, the people interact with the stories or around the history. For example, a cup of tea. This is the history. A Cup of Tea by Catherine Mansfield. At the end of it, we can see comments or questions from people who have done the reading. In literature, we have collected a large amount of literature resources over the years. Here there are American literature through time, Puritan times, relationship, age of enlightenment, Gothic realisms, naturalisms, modernisms, postmodernisms, contemporary, and speech. I like it so much because give us steps and tips to give a good speech, the importance of attracting attention to the public only with speaking and presenting a topic or our theme, the importance of generating in the audience motivation and interest to hear what we are saying about our speech. In this section, we find different literatures, each one with their study guide. For example, let's look at one known by us. The fascinating Pygmalion effect and the Galactic effect. My Fair Lady, a musical adaptation of George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion. We can see that it has the story of Pygmalion, and at the end is the guide that will strengthen our capacity of understanding. The student should answer the questions about the history reading. Teacher resources give us the key follow for the development of each activity, the materials needed by the teacher and the students, the rules for the good development of the activity, expectation about the activity, this is the expectations. And the materials. It is also important to recognize the learning styles of each of our students. Ensure many key points that will help us to use the right way this page for the benefit of ourselves and our students. In the knowledge. Writing. Here's a collection of useful writing resources. And here we have MLA documentation. Here they tell us in detail how we should make Microsoft Word text according to this format. This format is a styled document, has short quotes in the text with alphabetical bits of paper referenced at the end of the document. Here, a video tutorial. For example, we have double space the text of your work and use Times New Roman. Set the margin of your work to 1 inch of all sides. For paragraphs, indent the first line and half and each from the left margin. To use the tab key, create a header for all pages of the document that numbers all pages in the upper right hand corner at 1/2, each from the top. Included notes on separate page before you see the work page. Name the section notes and center of the document. It's a good tutorial because sometimes we do not know how to write a text, and to be hurried we do not follow the steps that make the text for the reader is pleasant. This is very important. These steps. On the left side of the screen, there are more links that will allow us to get better grades and are very complete. Okay, in summary, this page is an excellent tool for the teacher, for the student and parents who interact in the technology world today. This page strengthens the writing and reading skills through literature and poetry, and also to develop listening and speaking skills through the practice and the development of activities. The teacher is who should adapt the resource according your students, because it's a very varied page with very creative activities that not only focus on reading text, and also images and many things.